turn this around the other way and let you see the kitties. Normally you're looking at me the other way, but they were both sitting there, so I thought, well, for this stream, I'll show the kitty sleeping. The Rachella. Rachella, we're going to have to let people come in here. Now, having to yell at you kitties today has me hoarse. Because my kitties have been special. Now, they are now out of heat. You know, if you've been paying attention to my adventures here, you know these last few days, I've had kitties in heat. Well, they're out of heat now and they're sleeping. Now, I've hardly got any sleep in 3 days, and from me telling them no over and over again, I'm hoarse. You know, I may sound a little sick, but I'm not. But for the last 3 days, these kitties have wanted out of this room badly, and I've not let them. Odd, my live isn't showing up. Weird. Okay, here it is. Oh. Wow. Okay, it's just like 5 people uploaded within a minute. Hello, Take Today. Well, this isn't going to be a important live, but I thought I would come on and be relaxing and maybe play some Melton audio. Because I've come to the conclusion that Melton wants attention. Because Melton tried to pull a fake for attention last week. So that's why I think I'll play his audio. And I think next week I'm going to give Melton that attention he wants to just for fun. You know, not for actual seriousness. But, you know, just in fun. Because obviously Melton wanted to talk about, and when I get into the audio review, you'll understand it perfectly. Hello, Kintsugi. But yeah, he tried to get drama this week about him, and I refused to bite on it. But it turns out I was right not to bite on it. But when we get to the explanations, you'll see that Melton wants attention. So I decided this next week I'm going to poo-poo on Melton. Not anything serious. It's just he obviously wants attention, so I'm going to give it to him. Oh, yeah. This is their first big sleep together, and I feel sorry for Abaddon. Her oldest brother, she beat him senseless today. Remember I said a little while ago I'd been screaming at kitties? One of the things that I was screaming the loudest was for her to stop. Because he's an adult big cat. And if he wanted to, he could mash her. But he is scared to death of her. And she just keeps trying to attack him for no reason. So in reality, that is why my voice is bad. Now, I have had to yell at them, no, you're not getting out, sit down. But really thinking about it, why my voice is hers, I didn't remember this at first. But yeah, I guess it's yelling at her, stop it, stop it, stop it, when she was beating the hell out of him doesn't actually do justice to how much she hit this cat. I mean, she was absolutely obnoxious. And she's been obnoxious. And I painted another load of game counters. And then she knocked them all off. And then I got to pick them all up off the floor and clean the carpet off of them and then repaint them all again. And looking over here, they're dry now and ready to put up. So, hello, Lori. Oh, not with Rachella. I mean, she has issues. Her and Summer both. I mean, let me be honest. These 2 cats before you, they are assholes. Abaddon is a very good kitty. Her brother's a very good kitty. And thinking about it, I I kind of forgot it, but this morning she whipped the hell out of her brother too. Now, if she had whipped the hell out of Elric, she would have got the trifecta because she has 3 brothers. But she beat the hell out of 2 of her brothers today for absolutely, positively no good reason. I'm telling on you. Now, where in the hell is Lady Wang at? Because I really don't expect many people to be here. Now, this is going to be more interesting than over at Mama T's. Because, as I told you, Melton wants attention. And he pretended he was in Alabama when he was in Galveston. And he pretended he was following Mark Terry. He was trying to get a big live stream about him. It's just the person that he saw looked a little bit like Mark Terry. And he was following him from the back. But I immediately could tell it's not Mark Terry because he didn't have a bald spot. And Mark Terry does. So immediately I knew Melton was lying. But it turned out that Melton was completely lying about being in Alabama. And he was pretending that he was stalking Mark Terry in Alabama. So this is why I'm telling you that Melton wants attention. Now, he's had 2 recent lives. 3. He's had one on Friday, Galveston Island Friday, then one the other day during the day, downtown Galveston, and then a 32 minutes of Texas City, Texas. Now, before that, he had breakdown of the fight. Now, seeing the couple few, he was trying to make drama. And in the one before that, he was trying to make Boyd drama about Mark Terry. And I guess this was right before he tried to pretend he was in Alabama. So that would probably be the best one to play. I was going to play a different one, but actually looking at this and analyzing it, I think that this hour-long bit of Melton will be the best one. Yes. Because, I've been doing Saturday morning cartoons when I can, and I think this next week, I think that Melton will be a Saturday morning cartoon. After I piss him off. But the title of this is Home Base, Mark Terry, Lisa Linlin, Hazel Under Attack. Now, Mark Terry is Mr. T. Lisa Linlin is the sister to Richella the YouTuber, which is the godmother of Richella the cat, of which you see before you. And then Hazel is Hazel Reptiles, who once upon a time, Rich Life of Road Trips had a thing for, and she's known as a handler of snakes. That wasn't metaphorical, actual snakes. And these are the people. So he's going on about Boyd. Now, home base is what G Mangoes calls his program.
Anyone ever researched the repercussions of what can happen when you kick the wrong dog here? So yeah, now you've all done it. Home base, you want me going after you again? I will, and I'll officially push you all off a cliff this time. I promise you. I'm gonna push every single last one of you off a cliff who gets in my fucking way. I'll tell you that right now, I will. And Mark Terry is just biding his time before the reality's gonna hit him. Hey Mark, how's your stomach going? Having a hard time recovering there, huh, Mark?
Well, Mark has been doing way too many drugs. And hello, Pindar. And I'm going to start covering Mark. Because I don't think Mark is well. And I actually, at this point, think that Mark is a danger to himself. Now, at this point, I don't think that Mark Terry is a danger to others. But I do really think that Mark Terry is a danger to himself. Not in a, you know, intentional self-harm way, but in an unintentional self-harm way, if you get my meaning. And this is also why I think that this is relevant, because this is going to line up future content.
Lisa Lindland, you were an abuser, you were a druggie, a pill popper, alcoholic, and you beat your father.
Man.
You were a terrible fucking person.
Now, the rest of those were true, but I don't think she beat her father. Now, as I understand it, Lisa Lindland does take care of her father, although usually most of her caregiving is getting him a beer because he's disabled for alcoholism.
You have no room at all to talk about me, no matter what I might have done. When you have all those fucking issues, nobody has any right to talk about me. When they are the worst scumbags in the fucking world, lowbrow, low class,
Hold on, everyone. I'm going to take just a second and give you a better view. You know, rather than Summer's butt. You fell, honey. You silly kitty, you fell. Now, you know where cats are supposed to be graceful? Rachella's a fucking klutz. I mean, she's stupid too. She's a klutz. She's angry all the time, but she loves me to death.
Motherfuckers. And now I'm gonna mention Jasmine Moore because of you. So you're getting your own friend attacked right now, Lisa Lindland. You ain't doing her no favors because now I'll be inclined to stalk her channel more because of you. Because
now, you know what? Since there are a few here, I did track down who the problem with Rosie Wren is today. And I have let Nicolina know. And just, hello, Monkey Boy. And actually, this is a bright time. Is, you know, Monkey Boy, you're my bud and all, but it looks like the smack is going to have to be laid down on White Tupac. Because White Tupac and a couple of his little surrogates, they're the ones that are behind bothering Rosie O'Wren. So, you know, this is another reason why this channel, we're going to be crossing a bit more over to the Boit, because we have some smack to lay down in a Boit-like fashion. Now, White Tupac was never in my league as a human being, and he was on the other side of the Boit that I don't much care for. Now, Monkey Boy, of course, knows exactly who I'm talking about. But yes, he's the one that's been behind terrorizing Rosie O'Wren, the autistic girl. And I have tracked down. Now, the funny thing is I started my investigation yesterday in who was bothering her, and I actually planned for it taking weeks to months. But with 24 hours, actually probably more like 16 hours, you know, it's all it took me to figure out and trace back, because once again, the dumb motherfuckers in the chat went and run their mouth enough about enough people to where I know where everyone is, links to everyone, and that tells me exactly that White Tupac is behind it all, and that Exocum or Exovum reacts. He was the one that was pretending to be the grandmother. And we must now revisit them and lay the smackdown on their Rudy Poo candy asses. So once again, this is going to mean we're going to be crossing back into the Boit for a while, because we need to.
Channel more because of you. Because you covet her, or you so...
Well, yeah, Rosie O'Wren, the autistic girl. Not Rosie O'Kelly, but Rosie O'Wren, an autistic girl. You know how bad Cool Nicole is. Well, she is a younger version of Cool Nicole. And I thought for a while, you know how I analyze people, Monkey Boy. I thought, what went wrong with Cool Nicole? And I came to the conclusion that Cool Nicole went wrong because she did not have supportive people around her. So when I found that Rosie O'Ren was having trouble, I hooked her up with Nicolina and Katie, and their community is taking care of her. Well, her trolls won't leave her alone, and it goes back to the Boit. I know, big surprise, Monkey Boy, that somebody's troll problem runs straight to the Boit. And it's White Tupac doing it with some little newcomer that he's basically running around as his little bitch. Hello, Let It Go. Hello, copy that. So, to deal with that, we'll be going back into the Boit. And I also, I didn't tell Nicolina this, but I'm also pretty sure Stewie's involved. Yes. I didn't tell the Mean Girls that because I don't have empirical evidence of it. Now, for the others, I have enough evidence to convict them on that. But in my personal opinion, I believe Stewie is a part of this little group. Although I have no proof on that one.
You haven't heard, or you so-called want to make people think that you're on her side.
But I've only been on the job for 24 hours.
Well enough, but I'll tell you, everyone throws everybody under the bus over here. Bobby Girl and Steve Billings are like the only two people I have respect for.
Take care, Let It Go.
Who, at least to the best of my memory, were on home base. Or whatever. But Lisa Lindland, no. Now I have a dog in this fight because your name has been coming up for months and months and months and years at a time. You know why they give you so much attention and they won't leave your name on? Because you're a white bread bitch. That's why.
Now, actually, because she's kind of trampy. I mean, now everyone here knows that I am respectful to women. But you know how the internet trolls are. On my other channel, I was sitting there in a live stream one day and Lisa come in on all cap letters and says, I heard you want to bang me. And this is Lisa Lindland's personality. I mean, she is just as blunt as a human being could be blunt. That is her personality. And she does tend to drink a little too much now and again. Now, my response to her, because you have to talk in the language the other person understands. So, once again, you normally know I'm very respectful, especially to women. So, but when I talk to Lisa Lindland, I have to speak the words that she understands. So my immediate response was hers like, I don't know, do you need banged? And that was kind of like hello. Like I said, she didn't come into the chat and then, conversation went on like that and she never really answered. She basically asked me a question and I asked her a question back in a crude manner and that was kind of like hello. And that is how you deal with Lisa Lynn. I mean, she has a blunt, forceful personality.
Because you're a white bread bitch, that's why. You're white and you're a fucking low-class hoe bag. To the highest degree. Yeah. And all the people, I could make a list of the people you've hung around.
And Rich Life is her beer fairy.
Okay? Well, Corey, for one. Well, Corey was useful when it came to going at noodles, I think. I think that whole thing, he was useful for that, but every fucking other thing else about the guy, I think is very lowbrow. He's no good. He reminds me of one of the Baldwin brothers, actually. He reminds me of the Baldwin brothers. Like for real. Seriously. He reminds me of one of the Baldwin brothers. I've always said that about him for some reason. And then, let me go back in time a little bit more. Remember that fucking dude there? What's his name? Real Shit 412? That guy was a fucking lowlife. Real Shit 412. Yeah, you want to go back? I'll expose you, Lisa. How about that? Because I haven't watched you a whole lot, but I know the basics about you to know that you're fucking no good. And that's all there is to it. You wanted to yell and get all outraged because I went to Jasmine's place at work or wherever that was you thought I went, right? You're just all mad that I'm a prettier looking woman than all of you. You are angry. You are jealous.
Ew. Now, Melton is not a prettier looking woman than him. I am just telling you that right now. Now, I am surprised. I really did expect, looking at this title, to have Screamy Melton, but we don't have Screamy Melton. In thinking about it, the other live that I watched him, there wasn't Screamy Melton either. Melton has lately been very manipulative. Like I said, he was pretending he was in Alabama. He was pretending someone was Mark Terry than he wasn't. Now, you hear him again being manipulative rather than upset. This is a little different side of him.
Including Jasmine too, I think. Mm-hmm. But Jasmine will not openly attack anybody because Jasmine's fake. Jasmine's a low-class bitch too if she fucking has friends like you.
Well, Pindar, what I do is I go around YouTube engaging the most problematic. Now, once upon a time, that was Rich Life of Road Trips because he was going across country and his goal was to find him a homeless woman. And he basically wanted to exploit this homeless woman. And Monkey Boy and Rich Life ended up in a court battle. And Rich Life has been back in Whiteville, North Carolina, and that's where we left him. And as long as he's in Whiteville, North Carolina, the world is safe from Rich Life. Now, if he ever goes on a nationwide tour again, I might have to make him mad and cover him.
So, because you mentioned Jasmine again, now I feel the need to attack her. So you're not doing her any favors. Rosie Ren's a retard who clearly...
Now, when somebody says nobody's going to pull a YouTuber into court, you can cite Monkey Boy right here because he sure as hell did pull Rich Life's ass into court.
Isn't as retarded as she wants to make people think. I can't stand that one either. That one, she clearly is, though, in some ways, because I'll tell you something right now. Who the hell puts marshmallows in their mashed potatoes? Doesn't that show you and promote?
Now, that's talking about Rosie O'Ren, because she does put marshmallows in her mashed potatoes. Now, once again, I try not to judge, and I try not to conceive of it, lest I be ill.
Sit on their channel.
But it's your food. You can eat it how you want it.
Savannah Smiles is in my chair. She got kicked out today, though. I saw she got a timeout. I say everybody time that one out all the time. No, well, lately, Rosie Red is not attacking me. No, not lately. No. Not lately. Unless she wants to again, but I mean, hey, I have better things to do than fucking go after some retard like her. Okay.
Yeah, I don't appreciate his language towards her, but I'm good. I'm glad I watched this one now because I think that means that pretty much Milton's going to leave her alone, and as long as he's not inciting Rosie O'Ren, there'll be no problem. So that's good. I think we can put the problems with her and Milton to bed then until he gets a bug in his butt. So that means I will give him magic lessons. Yes, this next week we will teach him on how to hex better.
Anyways, back to what I'm discussing here. Lisa Lidlin is not doing her friends any favors, though, by totally bringing up Jasmine again. Because I'll resurrect that again if you really want. Hazel's Reptiles, another scumbag.
Hello, DC.
Who's had some real choice words for me.
we're exploring the current state of Milton. I've not listened to this one, so I have no idea what he's going to say, but it looks like he's going to leave Rosie O'Ren alone.
Again, I don't give a fuck about this bitch, but I'll give a fuck about her if she keeps mentioning me, if she keeps causing trouble. All I'm gonna say is that bitch is lucky that when I was traveling the country, I was not passing through Santa Fe Albuquerque, wherever, because it's a fucking shithole. I didn't want to stop through such a fucking shithole. I had better places to go, you know? She's fucking lucky that I didn't pass through her hometown, or I would have stalked her ass. Yes, I would have stalked Hazel. Fucking long fingernails. That thing is a man. Hazel, I'm gonna misgender Hazel. Well, actually, I'm not misgendering Hazel when I call Hazel a man, because Hazel is a man underneath this whole fucking hey.
Now, Hazel does have what some people might consider more of a, how would he put it? In the Victorian age would say a bit of a horse face, but she's not unattractive. I mean, but Milton is trying to give you an impression of something that's not. I'm not going to tell you she's a 10, but I'm not going to say she's unattractive either.
Beautiful hair thing, or the nails tell all. Hazel's got those long, terroristic nails, okay? Don't you think that's pretty fucking masculine, the way those nails are pointed? So yeah, call Hazel a hint.
Now, how in the hell are pointed nails masculine? I mean, I thought that was supposed to be feminine. I mean, I've had quite a few pointed nails in my back in the early 1990s. And never did I think of them as masculine.
I'll tell you that Hazel is a man, Hazel is a him, and I suggest all of you start running with that. And she'll more than likely freak the fuck out. He'll freak the fuck out, rather. Because I don't see a lady at.
Now, you know what? Remember what Nicolina was joking with Lips? He's stealing that and trying to say the same thing about Hazel.
Oh, when I see Hazel. I don't see a lady at all when I see Lisa Lindland. I don't see a lady at all when I see Jasmine. So again, Lisa Lindland, congrats, because your low-life ass is getting your friend attacked again by me. And G Mangos, what do you got to say about it, you transphobic son of a bitch, G Mangos, you homophobic, transphobic cunt? That's who you are. You're a...
Now this is the Milton I know.
Cunt, too. Yeah, I'll call you a cunt, G Mangos. Yeah. And Terry, you're on your last days as it is. All right? G Mangos, you don't want none of this.
Now, really, the way Mark Terry has been abusing drugs and abusing himself, Milton might be correct. And this is one of the reasons why I said I am going to start covering Mark Terry some, because at this point I do believe he's a danger to himself, not imminent danger to himself, but through his abuses.
Again, remember what happened last time when you messed with me, G? Remember last time? I've owned you this whole goddamn time. I own your program. The only reason why you're still allowed to exist, or why you still exist, I'll tell you why, to all of you. Because I allow it. Because I allow it. Charlie K. That's the only reason why you exist. It's because I allow it. If I was to attack home base every single night, it wouldn't last, I'm telling you.
Well, he's getting delusions of grandeur again. This is kind of odd.
So, you want to go there with me? Fine. Let's go there. But on a side note, I didn't get to see Steve Billings stream when he supposedly ripped Lisa Lindland to shreds earlier. I did not see that. He must have took it down or something.
Now, Lisa and Bill were supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend at one time, although there was claims that it was all just made up. But those were claims. I have no idea, in all honesty.
Yeah, today I was trying to get
Hello,
involved for a
Izzy.
little bit, but no, Mark Terry's I couldn't.
Well, Izzy, it looks like that Milton is going to leave Rosie O'Ren alone. So that's good because we're sitting here kind of catching up with Milton.
Get my sound activated, and I couldn't get on Joe Camillo's today because I was having an internet connection when it happened. So I figured I would come back on here. Now I chose this time to come on here. But no, Lisa Lindland, you have absolutely no room to be on this platform. You're mentally ill. You're a druggie. You're a pill popper. You chew your pills. You hit your father. That's right. Your boyfriend rapes your kids. Your boyfriend rapes your kids. That's.
This is Milton just making words. Just saying. You know how Milton just likes to throw out accusations? I mean, I've never heard of any sort. So, once again, this is Milton just being Milton.
The other fucking disgusting thing I'm hearing about you, Lisa Lindland. So absolutely none of you have any right to judge me when you have those kind of problems. Hey, at least, you know something? This is the thing, okay? Steve Billings may be on record for being a strangler, okay? But how do we know he didn't strangle the right people that may have deserved to be strangled? Because I see who he's up against, and I could see somewhat easily strangling Lisa Lindland and making her fight for her every last breath of air. If you know what I'm saying.
Now, my ex-girlfriend and Lisa Lindland, they literally were about to do it up. One of the more shameful moments that I ever had was listening to my girlfriend and Lisa Lindland on the phone and fighting with each other like 12 years old. One, a 54-year-old woman from Pennsylvania, and the other one, about a 45-year-old woman from Pennsylvania.
And
acting like 10-year-olds.
So, if you're a strangler, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It depends on who you strangle. You know, I wanted to be a strangler. I wanted to be the new Boston Strangler. A transgender.
All right, everyone. Roger's wrapping his mind around this. Melton has just stated that he wanted to be a transgender Boston Strangler. Oh, I mean, where do I go with that with commentary? Okay, let's go this way. That's bad, Milton. That's bad. Wrong. Bad, Milton. Bad, Milton.
The Boston Strangler. I wanted to be the new Boston Strangler. For the record. For the record. And yes.
Oh, man.
But a lot of you over there on home base, though, Mangos, Lisa Lindland, Hazel, might as well put her in the mix. She's just as horrible. Just as horrible. Lisa Lindland. And Rich Life is a fucking fool. We know Lisa Lind's gonna suck out more of Rich Life's money. We all know that, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what Lisa Lindland does. That's why we call Rich Life the beer fairy.
Yeah, of course. That's how it always goes, right? You know, by the way, I'm going to just say something for the record. Pittsburgh has some terrible lowlifes. I'll tell you that right now. Like the one I've dealt with just recently. Lisa Lindland.
Lisa and Richella both live in Pittsburgh.
Real shit 412. I can go on. I'll list all the lowlifes from Pittsburgh that I know. Because don't forget, I spent a little time in that area some time ago, and I'll tell you, it's not a good area to be in. Pittsburgh is a very high crime rate because of people like Lisa Lynn in real shit 412. I'll tell you right now, those are the types of people that make Pittsburgh terrible. Because I'll tell you right now, the black people in Pittsburgh more than likely aren't doing shit next to the ones like you. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. That's right. We're rivals for a reason. I'll say that right now. We're rivals for a reason. Many of us. If it wasn't sports, there'd be something else, trust me. There'd be something else to be a rival about. It doesn't all just have to be the Patriots. It doesn't all just have to be, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, no. Oh, and another scumbag landlord was from Pittsburgh that I dealt with in Omaha. That's right. His name's Tom. Him too. Definitely.
Tom the landlord.
Yep. So, Lisa Lynn is from a low-life city, and she's a fucking low-life too. And now it's exposed who Jasmine is best friends with. Lisa Lynn. So guess what? Jasmine's very lowbrow, just knows how to hide it better. That's really... Was I wrong about these people? Whenever I've had them as a target, you could say, yeah, I might as well just say that, because that's what it's painted up.
Now, what I am showing right here, these are all Boyd people. I know everyone here that he's talking about. And this proves to you that no matter where Melton goes, he can't play nice with anyone.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, when I had Jasmine as a target, right? Was I wrong about that? I sure as hell don't think so. I usually pick my selections very well. You know, I have always good reason when I go after certain people. Because I don't just go after random people. Come on. You know me better than that. You know me better than that. I don't just go after random people. You had to have done something. And that's when all you bitches now, you're going to get your heads cut off, and you're not going to be on here much longer, so I don't need to worry about you. This was planned.
Okay, everyone. Right now, I have just thought of something hilarious to do with old Melton here. Now, I've not wrote the material yet. I'm sitting here. Like I say, normally you see me this way, but I thought I'd show you the kitties tonight. But on Alphias, I am going to talk to Melton, and we're going to have a crazy contest. You see, Melton here says crazy ass shit. Well, I'm going to put on this mask, and I'm going to try to out crazy Melton. So, you know, like I give him magic lessons, I'm going to take my character Alpharius, because the character Alpharius is crazy. So yes, I am going to have crazy arguments with Melton to prove that Alpharius is more crazy than Melton. Now, back to your regularly scheduled kitty. I missed my mark by about 1 second and had to re-engage it.
This platform's going to be clean eventually. And I'll probably move on to some other site and do content. There's just nowhere else to really go, you know? There's nowhere else to really go.
You get to fight with me for a while, Melton.
I think everything's just going to explode right here.
Because you wanted attention.
I'll push it off a cliff if I need to. I will push everything off a fucking cliff. That's why there's so much excitement in the Boyd now, because I'll tell you why, because it's going off a cliff. People are doing their bullshit, and more people need to be exposed.
Well, with what White Tupac and his little buddies have done with Rosie Iran, I mean, Melton inadvertently is right, because, you know, I'm going to have to go over there, and a bunch of mean girls are going to have to go over there and absolutely positively kick some butt.
and it's all going to happen in a few weeks' time, and this whole place is going to be unrecognizable. I already broke one community up. I came into a community and I helped push that fucking thing off a cliff. And
Oh. You know what he's trying to say here? He is trying to take credit for Rap and Nicolina fighting. Now, once again, hello, Rachel. Most everyone's went over to Mama T's. Well, you know, I hate to tell everyone this, but the real drama's over here right now. Because, once again, we're about to go to war here because, you know, we know who's been bothering Rosie and we're going to go start taking care of it. So we'll have to go back to the Boyd to do that. But Milton here thinks that he has caused our current issues. So, you know, we're going to have to prove Milton wrong.
now look at them. Now look at them all. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do the same to the Boyd again.
Oh, somebody wants in. You're not getting in.
I will fucking do the same to the Boyd. And no, never mind. It's not if I need to. Now I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be a full-time job of mine now, actually, to be doing that. That's right. It's going to be a full-time job now to push this thing off a cliff. And now I'm involved. So G Mangoes, go to fucking hell. You're G Mangoes. You're a very shitty, rotten person. Your wife left you. Mark Terry, Tracy Terry found someone better.
Well, G Mangoes now is with Richella the YouTuber, which of course, as I mentioned, is the godmother of Richella the kitty. So I guess that kind of makes G Mangoes the goddaddy of Richella now.
These people are fucking lowlifes. They are lowlife pieces of shit. And they've always been envious of me since the very beginning because I tell it like it fucking is on here. I'm the truth. Seriously. And of course, lowlifes are going to do what they're going to do. But Lisa Lindland's also homophobic and transphobic. That got exposed today, too. Are you okay with Lisa Lindland saying those things? Hey, Quinn, are you fucking okay with her, you fucking house nigga? Are you fucking good with her? Saying...
Wow. Did you just hear what the Milton said? I mean, I can't repeat it. Just saying. But did you just hear what the Milton said?
All that shit, you disgust me, Quinn. Because you want to know something? You go against your own people, Quinn. You are just the worst. You're kissing up to these low-life white people, Quinn. And I never liked that about you. And I try to always leave you out of it but I never liked you. I never really liked you, Quinn. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I know who he talks about. Like I said, I know all the names here. And it's not really relevant overall, but Quinn likes boys. Now, this could be why Milton is mad with Quinn. Because, like I said, Quinn likes boys, which is fine. But you know how Milton gets upset when he feels rejected? So, this is what I think his issue here with Quinn is. Not a racial thing, but you know, Quinn is well known in chat for liking boys because this is talked about much and joked with and about, you know, including him being boyishly flirtatious with others. So, you know, like I say, it's not slandering him at all, but I guess he was never now thinking about it, I've never heard of him being flirtatious with Milton. So maybe that upset Milton. Damn, I missed my mark again by a second. My brain's off by 1 second today, everyone.
Yeah, right now. I never really liked you. I just never said anything.
My brain is running 1 second slow.
I might as well, because you're over there running your mouth too, and you're getting involved in battles that you shouldn't be in. I saw you try to intercept when Steve Billings was going at Lisa Lindland and whatever the hell and all that. And yeah, that's I want to see the looks on your face where they're like, oh, Melton John's not a lady. Oh, Melton John said the N-word. Oh. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. I say what it is, and you snowflakes out there can't fucking handle it. Yeah, that's right, you're the snowflakes. Every last one of you are. Period. And, like I said, I'll do whatever I have to do to push this goddamn thing over a cliff. And yeah, again, Quinn, shame on you. And it was a shame on you when you first got into the community. You were attention whoring your way up. You were fucking attention whoring your way up. Even in the beginning when you were on Noodles. And it was found out you were a scumbag. Also, you lied and you did all this other fucking shit. You were all of it.
Now, remember what I said just a minute ago? You know, how flirtatious Quinn was with chat with other guys. So, yes, I'm right. I've not watched this yet. But yeah, this tells me right now that because he never flirted with Melton, Melton's pissed.
Your father found out about you or some shit. Yeah. A lot of it went so far back, too, that I don't remember all of it. But I remember when you were up on panels and shit with Noodles and Nick and all that. Yeah, I remember that. And you were, like, putting on shows for them and shit. Yeah. You're a total lowlife, Quinn. And you deserve the company you keep. Completely. You're a disgrace to most black people. I'll tell you that. Based on all the black people I know and I've come across.
Exactly. DC has hit it.
Disgrace to most.
He is pissed because he's not getting attention. And this is why next week I'm going to give Melton attention. You know, this is next week. I will not be a serious poo-poo of Melton. Now, here and there, I will have legitimate critiques. But mostly, I'm going to be thumbing my nose at Melton. I'm going to make sissy. The thing is, it's like when I cover anyone else, anywhere else, I try to do it analytically. But remember what I talked before about you have to learn to speak the other's language. Well, in Boit, you make poo-poo words. So next week, I shall make poo-poo words. These are not going to be serious poo-poo words. And my critiques will be serious, but poo-poo I will do.
I'll say that right now. So anyways, yeah. The G-Mangos is the reason why Greeks were not considered white. As back where I'm from, you know, Greeks were actually considered dirty. They actually were. Just by the...
Wow, I've never heard this before. I mean, it's like, I want to have like a series of like, let's learn about the people of the world from Melton John. I have never heard this about Greeks, Melton. What else should I know about Greeks?
General, because they didn't have Mexicans, so it had to be the Greeks if it wasn't the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? So, G-Man.
So you're basically trying to tell me, Melton, that, you know, Greeks and Mexicans are analogous? I don't quite understand it, but please continue.
Goes. The Greek geek, G-Mangos. Yeah. You see people like G-Mangos, though, it's like, yeah, now you know, right? Why Greeks sometimes are not looked at favorably. And that was a big thing where I grew up, too. Like, there were people out there, they just did not like the Greeks, really. You know, where I grew up, because there were no Mexicans. So it's like the Greeks were bad, you know. That's how it was.
And so it's like they didn't have any Mexicans, so it's like, well, what are we going to do for Mexicans? I don't know, there's some Greeks over there.
Worked. And stuff like that. Oh, Lisa Lynn is part Greek, and she ran a dirty restaurant or something, and it got shut down. Yeah, that's what they had the stereotype for being dirty in restaurants and shit. Yeah. And stuff like that. And plus, they make this style of pizza called Greek pizza. I never really liked it. Yeah. I like Greek food, though. I like some Greek food, like kind of like how there's Indian food that's good, too, you know? there is good Greek food. Like there is lamb and there's Greek rice and all that stuff and lemon soup and all that. But there was a group of lowbrow Greek people who lived up north and they didn't have a good name. People didn't really like them very much. And G Mangos is the personification of that, I think. I'll just say that much.
My 7th grade math
So
teacher was
anyways, yeah.
Greek.
So yeah, I'll dig at you. I'll dig at you if you want. And I'll make home base a target.
He was also my
Okay.
homeroom teacher that year.
Since I didn't really get all I wanted to say on audio today when I was going on Mark's and the connection fizzled out when I was trying to get on John's today. No, John, I did not fucking try to porn bomb you. All right? I didn't fucking try to porn bomb you today. That was actually me coming up there. But my connection fizzled out. Huh. So today was my lucky day when it came to trying to get on other people's accounts. But anyways, so I'm going to do it now because it's long overdue and I'm going to get out what I need to fucking say. But I'll tell you why the boy's picking up now. Because, well, number one, Noodles is gone. He's not really, technically he's not even here anymore, really, you know. And I know Henderson's trying to start up his own thing again, but it's not.
Well, Noodles streams virtually every day, but he changed his name.
Gonna matter because you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
well, Izzy said just she was stopping by to say hello,
I'll
and
get into
he was
that about moving in with him and Abby. Supposedly, there's a proposal that me, Anderson, and Abby are gonna move into a house and become roommates. Okay, we're gonna be living together or something, either in a stream house. It's either gonna be a stream. We're gonna. Supposedly, it's discussed that it's either going to be a stream house or it's going to be a roommate situation with me, Anderson, and Abby. Okay, all living in one place. How do you all think that'll go? I think personally, nothing could go wrong with that. You know, I think that would be a very good move. I think they would.
Well, he says that's a good move, knowing all the personalities and the fact that all of them have tempers. That could only end in bloody violence.
Be peace and harmony in the place if Anderson, Abby, and I lived in that place, you know. And hey, I wouldn't care if you two lovebirds get married. Trust me, I wouldn't give two fucks. Okay? But yeah, you know what? That's still yeah, I'll just say that's potentially in the works because you know that's a match made in heaven. I mean, what the hell could go wrong there, right? Me, Anderson, and Abby. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that would. I think that's definitely something to put under advisement. I mean, yeah, that'd be something definitely to put under advisement. Yeah, like what could possibly go on? And then Mentor Harold could come in there too when he gets out of jail, right?
Harold went to jail for 100 counts of CP. They had over 1,000 pictures, but under their law, they could only charge him 100 times for the same count. Harold is not getting out anytime soon. As long as he's got a functioning thing, he is never getting out.
I mean, yeah. And all that. Yeah, Hazel's a stalker. See, Hazel is a fucking creep. Hazel's a man. Hazel is a man. Hazel ain't no lady. I'm going to say Hazel ain't no lady. You want to call me a man? Well, I'm going to call you a man. Because that's what you really are. A boy. I should say a boy. An immature man-child. That's what Hazel is. You're a man-child just as bad as you. The reason why you women hate Bergs is because you're man-childs, really. You're closeted trans men. Dykes.
Now this is odd. I mean, he's been getting into like delusional fantasies here. Like because I mean he's met Abby once and he attacked her, and he thinks that because once upon a time there's a love triangle between him, Anderson Henderson, and Abby Brooks, and Abby loved both of them, and they loved Abby, and Abby ended up with neither of them. But Abby is highly violent, Melton is highly violent, Anderson Henderson is highly violent. And Melton, in his deluded mind, thinks that they could all live in the same house together.
You're trans men dykes. I know because I'm a lesbian. You are trans men dykes.
Okay, now I have to remember that for later that Melton is a lesbian. Put that on your scorecard.
But you're just in the closet. You can't come out about it. But you're not women. None of you are. You're trans man dykes. That's what all you are. That's why you all hang out together. That's why you're all friends.
Good night, DC. Well, in reality, we're just going to play some Melton, and I'm going to go to bed too. Because these girls have not been letting me sleep. They're out of heat now. And I'm sitting here looking at that. I mean, look how cute that is. And sleepy. And you can see her. This is her one blonde toe. She has one blonde toe, and all the rest of her toes are dark. This is Richella's one blonde toe.
That fucking guy's getting out of here.
This is how you could tell Richella from 1,000 Richellas.
Are in pretty good spots.
Sleep well, DC.
I'm not. Whoever else out there, and at least when you look at me, you can't even tell if I haven't showered. You can't tell. I mean, what could you tell about me? I mean, really? Well, you could sure look at that stinky motherfucker.
Oh, you could use a hair wash, but it's not that bad.
You absolutely can tell on that one.
Melton doesn't look too bad. Like I say, he and I both could use a hair wash.
I think I should do. I think I should drive by some people's houses and gather up a lot of these trash bags right here, And I should just litter on their property. I should just dump them all over their fucking property.
Now, remember it used to be Melton wanted to be like Billy the Kid to everyone, and now he's going to litter. Yeah, now I'm going to have to make a note of that one too, so when I make a video of him, I'll have to tell him, please don't come to my house and litter.
If nothing else. Guess what I think I'm just going to drive by and throw about 20 bags like that on people's properties. Hazel is a man. Hazel ain't no lady. Hazel's a man. And anyone can run with that if they want. I think Berg should run with that one. Hazel is a man. So you're getting a timeout for that one. You're not going to promote Hazel as a nice, lovely lady on here. That thing is a woman, man, child. Right there. A man. That's why they all hate Berg.
I just got stuff to show the crowd.
He represents what they really are. And they're just trying to cover that up about themselves. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And all those lionesses over there.
And the lappy coming. All right,
whatever
you
you
go.
want to call
Go,
it.
girl. Go, girl. Let me move that
know.
cord. Okay, go, girl. Go, girl. She had to get in my lap.
Total trash, Rick Blaster. They 100% that. And yeah, G Mangos, I'm back on your ass now. At Lisa Lindland, I'm on your ass now too. Hazel or whoever else, Because you've been on.
Okay, and we'll leave Melton at that. This is about half of this live, but I know how he tends to repeat. So that will be his conclusion line. He's now got 794 subs, and Melton does seem to want to engage with YouTube. So I'm going to make light of him and not serious. Now, I don't like that he's been putting his content for kids. And I don't like that he pretended he was stalking Mark Terry for attention. But other than that, I'm just going to be poo-pooing him for poo-pooing's sake. Flip back to this side, and we got a Richella. She's, look at this. I mean, she just came over here and flopped. Hello, Goya. We're going to go here in a minute, but will be up for a replay. I was revisiting Melton, and Melton wants attention. So next week, I'm going to give Melton some attention. It's not going to be serious attention. Now, on the interesting vlog notes, rather than having a whole vlog, I went to the store today and I bought some paint. And I need my arm, honey. Can I have arm, honey? Oh, so good girl. Now, I have a wargaming channel, and I've painted counters for my wargame. Black ones. Because I'm going to make an undead army for my wargames. So I wanted to have a good counter for the undead guys. And don't have a black army, so I'm painting a black army. Now, also, I've decided to do something with my walls. Because I've been fixing this place over the last couple years. And I'm actually to the point of now getting ready to paint here and there. And I've been thinking about what to do this room. And I'm thinking about making different panels, different colors. Oh shit, honey, you're in my way. But I have a black like this that I'm painting the game counters with. A little bottle like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint like each wall a different color. But in between, I'm going to make like a little black section. Like this wide with in between each of the different colors. And I've got gold. And I've got silver too. And I'm not sure how this is going to coat, but I'm hoping to where I can put like the black and then put either the silver or the gold, whichever I think will look better on a test thing, and then make that the divider between the different colors on the different panels. Because this is going to be a game room. So, I'm not interested in a regular decor. I want something that makes this look like a game room. Now, I'm also going to make some gold-colored game counters. And I'm going to make some silver-colored game counters. Now, also today, I bought pen and paper so I can start doing some writing for my story channel. Because some people wanted me to narrate in a story myself. And if I narrate a story, it's going to be one that I write. So once again, I got all of the stuff here for my crafts project to figure out what I'm going to do with this wall and see, because I'm going to do this in small scale first, not on the wall. I am basically going to take a piece of wood and I am going to, because once again, it would suck to get this all done and say, this looks like crap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a big piece of wood, like a tabletop, and I'm going to paint out my patterns on it, and then I'm going to see what it would kind of look like before I even do this. Because, of course, if I don't think this is going to look right, I'm just going to redo my entire color idea and maybe just paint it one color. Once again, if my idea doesn't work out, and that's one reason for the small bottles. Because once again, you don't want to invest in paint and you just say, I don't want to do this. Now, once again, Pindar, where I always keep Pindar up on my projects, and that's my current projects that I have just started. I got the stuff to start writing. I'm working on some game counters here, and I'm going to once again paint up a board and see how this is going to look before I even try this on a wall. And then if it looks good on the board, then I'm going to start lining off the wall and start putting a little paint on it. Because, like I said, I've been keeping you up on my projects, and it's kind of easier right now with not many in chat to do that right now than to explain all the different things in my idea. It's a lot quicker to just say it. But yes, next week I'll poo-poo on Melton, and for Rosie Wren's sake, we'll be going back in the Boit and making some poo-poo words, and we're going to blindside them because they're not going to see it coming, and I'm going to laugh. Well, I did find out something. I was painting game counters here earlier, and the room is too cool. Because I was going to paint up more, but the room is a little too cool and the paint's not doing well. So now it's going to be really warm tomorrow and the next couple days, and it's supposed to rain. Now, it's supposed to rain a lot tomorrow, so you'll likely have a live stream. And that's another reason why I didn't talk about, day-to-day drama stuff today, because it's going to rain most of the day here tomorrow, and I'm going to be live. It needs something to talk about. And once again, for those that wanted to talk about something different, I wanted to be here to do something different. Well, I did send you a text message earlier, and I did think I just kind of said I bought some paint or something. I'm so tired right now, I don't even remember exactly what I said in it. But yeah, I'm a tired kitty. But one of the things I want to be doing here is I'm going to start writing. Now, you might notice me chatting less. Now, if you're wondering why you might see me chatting less, it's because I'm sitting here writing while I'm in chat. So, a lot of time I'm going to be sitting here with a notebook, and I'm going to be writing stories, because after I write a few stories, then I'm going to start rewriting my book. Hello, cat. We're about to go in a minute, but this will be posted. It wasn't serious. I talked about Melton, some of the futures, some of the fights we're going to have to undertake for a good cause, and that I'm going to poo-poo Melton next week. Not really serious, but Melton did something. And now, if you rewatch this, you'll understand, because Melton has been trying to get attention. Let me kitty. We ain't done this today. Before we go, you don't get long before we go? She says, I'm too sleepy to get long. I'm long and sleepy. Now, this is the face I have to look at. Now, anybody else here ready for bed now? She says, I'm sleepy. Can I show something, honey? Let me show. Kitty, no bones. Let me get you here. This side of her mouth has got black lip. This side of her mouth has got pink lip. So this side's black lip. This side is pink lip. She's kind of like Two-Face, but with lips. Says, one of my lips is black on one side, and on the other side, they're pretty pink. Say I'm two-lip. Hello, sir. But yes, that's another of her cute features. If there was a million little kitties, like I say, she's got that, and then she's got one little blonde toe. All of her toes are dark except that one little blonde toe. And she's got blonde lip, and black lip. And those are her two real identifying features that if you had a million little kitties that look like this, that you could tell Richella out from all of them. And she and I are about to go to bed. And then I'm going to get up and get cleaned up tomorrow. And it's supposed to rain. I'm going to do a bunch of dishes. And then, oh shit. I got paint on my arm. I don't know how I got paint on my arm. Just saying, but. Oh well. I was just going to go to bed, but I guess I'm going to go heat up some water and clean up my arm before I go to bed. Oh, yeah, I mean, she's still just. And if you also watch this, you'll hear me tell on you too. Yes, because I told on you, didn't I? I told on you because she's an evil kitty. Shit, I got it up my arm too. Okay. I didn't know I had paint from there to there. You know, I thought I had like a little on my hand still left, but I didn't know I had it all the way up my arm. Now, everyone, good night, and I guess I'm going to go clean the paint off my arm and go to bed with Chella. She says, do it in the morning. I don't know, I think she might hang it her way. All right, I'll do it in the morning. Well, everyone, good night, and I will see everyone tomorrow early in the afternoon, hopefully. Now, I can't promise it because, like yesterday, I did have about, I'm trying to think. I can't even remember if I had 2 or 3 seizures, but I know yesterday sucked. And that was one reason why you didn't see me active on YouTube. Now, everyone, thank you. Now, today I've not had any seizure, but I am tired. Now, thank you for coming and have a good night. Can't hit the button now? No. Oh, shit, you woke up. It's not for long. Put your head down and tell everybody good night. Got the tail going. Says, you're going to go sleep, so I'm going to get up and bother you. I think that was her way of saying, everyone have a good night.